game with 12 points to their 0. You know what I'm saying? It's just one game. So technically speaking, yes, Cleveland does have a good shot. All they really have to do is win their home games. And, like I said, not to discredit anything that Jersey said, but, when it comes to that man versus my man and my apples, and, it's pretty much, and I love Jersey to death, but I gotta ride with my apples, man. And I know Jersey gonna ride with his apples the way I roll with mine. Pause. When Golden State went down 3-1 to OKC. So like I said, man, I mean, Kevin Garnett told us clear as day. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. Golden State showed, as a matter of fact, Houston showed us that against the choking ass Clippers last year when they went down 1-3, should I say? They went down 1-3 and ended up winning the series, like beating the Clippers in the series, winning games 5, 6, and 7. And they advanced to the Western Conference Finals last year. Now, they did lose to the Golden State Warriors, obviously, as the Warriors won the championship. But still in all, Houston showed us it could be done last year. And then the Warriors turned around and showed us it could be done this year. And I guess the narrative is not that OKC or the Clippers, well, the Clippers always choke. But not to say that OKC went to bed, but this might just be the time and the place, and the time and the era where, in this day and age, the way these guys play, shooting all of these threes, and the way the rules are manufactured and sculpted to benefit the offense and the offense only. Hey, teams can come back from shit like that. And maybe from now on, it happens more times than it doesn't. Not to say more times than it doesn't, but more times than it has, in the past, should I say. Maybe now more times in the past with the emergence of the three-point game and, the run-and-gun era, pace and space era and all of that stuff. Maybe with the emergence of that era, you may see more teams come out or come from behind from a 3-1 deficit. Who knows? Broncos boy says, Kyrie shoot too damn much, not a point guard. Yeah, Broncos boy, hey, I agree with you. Kyrie is a shooting guard trapped in a point guard stature. And Russell Westbrook, even though he's my favorite player in the league, Russell Westbrook is a shooting guard who just so happens to be listed short enough to play point guard. I mean, because he's 6'4", right? Iverson did play the 2. Iverson did switch to the 2, to where he wasn't the point guard. They had Eric Snow playing point guard. Yeah, Eric Snow playing point guard. But, Iverson did switch to the 2, which means he was either guarding the 2 or he was guarding the point guard, and then Eric Snow was guarding the 2, which really didn't make much of a difference because they were both going to be undersized for the 2 9 times out of 10. And you cook with the microwave SME in the morning. But I totally forget the point I was trying to make. Anyway, Broncos boy said hilarious. Eric Snow. Yeah, Eric Snow. Eric Snow's who they tried out there with Iverson, man. You can say whatever you want to say about LeBron's teams and how he drags them to the finals. Man, dude, you got 3 max players on your squad. You can say whatever you want to say about last season. Kyrie was there until the finals. Yeah, he did miss some time against Atlanta, but they didn't need him against Atlanta. Look at that. With no Kevin Love and no Kyrie Irving for majority of the series against Atlanta, Cleveland didn't lose the game. So for all the all the use out, man, all the use Yeah. Yeah.
This goes out to you. This goes out to you.
All of yous out there who feel like, all of you out there who feel like, well, all we got to do is stop Stephen Clay. That's not the case, apparently. As we're starting to see, Draymond Green can play ball. Andrew Bogut, if he can stay out of foul trouble, he can get you 12 and 14 points, a few rebounds and a few blocks. Iguodala is good from anywhere between 8 to 16 per game. Barbosa gets you 6, maybe double digits. With Barbosa's, he either gonna make or he gonna miss. Livingston, he gonna give you a good 6 to 8 because he'll probably shoot a couple free throws. Hell, Maurice Space, man, you put that dude in the game, ain't no telling how many points he's gonna get you, but he gonna put up at least 2 or 3 3-pointers, and that's a big guy that can shoot 3-pointers. It's just like the way that team is constructed. They go deep, but their lineup changes. Like, Mo Space got a lot of playing time during, it was due to foul trouble, but Mo Space got a lot of playing time during the Western Conference Finals. As of right now, he really ain't getting that much playing time. He was in Game 2. He didn't play in Game 1, I don't think at all. Actually, I think Mo Buckets did play in Game 1. I'm not sure if Mo Buckets played in Game 1 or if he did what he did out there on the floor. I don't have his particular stats in front of me. But, in Game 2, he was out there with the blowout cats. He didn't get on the floor until they took the last rotation player out. And he did hit a 3-pointer. Like Jalen Rose say, man, Maurice Space, man, he shoot the ball before it's touching his hands. But anyway, in NFL news, out there in Cleveland, man, here we go with Cleveland again. We got Gary G Money Joyner in the building. Yo, G Money, man, my sound effects got disabled, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody been able to get nothing more than the horns, G Money, you know what I'm saying, G Money says, what did he say? This day sucks. I lost my cell phone. Mets lose a doubleheader, and Chillery win the Democratic nomination. Oh well. Yeah, if anyone out there who don't know, Gary G Money Joyner, part of Realcast, he is not a fan of Hillary's at all. He calls her Chillery. Then he also says the NBA Finals suck because the Knicks aren't in it. Now, I can understand that, G Money. I can't say that the Finals suck because my team isn't in it, because I got money on it. I'm sorry. No, I don't have money on it. I have apples on the Finals. And I got a lot of apples out there. Like I told Jersey on the last Bottom to the Top show, man. Either I'm gonna be cashing in, or it's gonna be a lot of folks looking for me. Man, I probably put so many $20 Apple wagers. Man, listen. There you go, Broncos boy. Thank you for the correction. Apples. I got a lot of Apple wagers going on out there, man. And either, I'm going to be keeping the doctor away for a long time, eating an apple a day, or, y'all might not hear from me for a week or two. But anyway, back to this news. Yeah, so Hugh Jackson out there in Cleveland. Apparently, he's in no rush to determine the starting quarterback job. I guess. I mean, we all know the job is RG3's. I don't think that Josh McCown can beat out RG3. And for truth be told, if by some chance, if RG3 does not win this starting job, we cannot blame it on the coach. We cannot blame it on the media. We have to blame it on RG3. If Robert Griffin III does not win this starting job in St. Louis, there's going to be no defense that we have for him because he's playing under Hugh. And for Hugh to come out and say he's not in a rush and making a decision for who's going to, be the one under center doesn't really mean anything. It could simply be a reminder to RG3 as in to say, hey, guy, we got you here to be the leader of the team, but at the same time, don't get comfortable. We need W's, or we need to compete. I think teams, organizations would rather not make the playoffs if majority of the games that they lost were a one possession game or less. Because then you feel like you're only one or two players away from glory. All right, moving along. So the NFL is yet to contact Laramie Tunsil for the Dolphins for that bong hit video that came out minutes before he was drafted that sunk his damn draft stock all the way down. I mean, not too far down, but far enough for him to go to the Dolphins. But the NFL is yet to contact him about it, and I'm glad they don't. Or I'm glad they haven't. I hope that they don't. It's something that, number one, you don't know when that video took place. And you're cooking with the microwave, SME in the morning. You don't know when that video took place. So how can you, punish him or what is there to contact him about? What are you going to say? Okay, Laramie, no more videos. Don't you think he fucking knows that? He knows that. So, moving along, John Harbaugh says that Joe Flacco is on schedule to return to training camp. Last year he tore his ACL and his MCL and had to miss a significant portion of the season. Obviously, when you tear that, you're done. But I think it was still at least half of the season left to go when that happened. Maybe a few games, plus or minus a couple games. Give or take, should I say. Out in Arizona, Patrick Peterson, he participated in practice today with limited participation in practice today in minicamp. He had off-season ankle surgery. The Panthers signed veteran punter Mike Cyphers, and they waived Michael Palardy. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Palardy. Palardy. Yeah. Now, Cyphers spent his first 13 years in San Diego. He got released in April, and San Diego drafted Drew Kaiser in the 6th round. So, Carolina is up one punter and still down one cornerback. For all you guys out there who don't know, Carolina lost Josh Norman to the Washington football team. And I'm a little bit stoked because it's a team in my division, and that's a great, outstanding cornerback. And less for that about what I got to face, but more of like, why does Jerry Richardson continue to do this? Why does Jerry Richardson continue to do this? You take away Steve Smith. You take away so many weapons from this dude. And not only you do it on the offense, but you're going to do it on defense now, too. Why? Because you don't want to pay this man? You can afford to pay him. Pay the man. G Money says, Jay Fish, that Haslam owner, for the Cleveland, That Haslam is the owner, so it